Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today you're not going to believe what went down during a recent Senate Judiciary Committee hearing. Senator John Kennedy faced off with 3 judicial nominees, Judges Kato, Rochon, and Sykes, and things got real uncomfortable, real fast. From basic constitutional law to key legal doctrines, Kennedy put each of them on the spot. So grab your popcorn, this one's a ride. Kennedy kicked things off with a deceptively simple question. One that reveals far more than it seems on the surface. Do you think America is mostly good or mostly bad? Judge Sykes said, I think America is mostly good. Counselor Rochon agreed, it's mostly good. Judge Kato added, mostly good, Senator, seems like a layup, right? But it set the tone. This wasn't going to be a typical confirmation Q&A. Kennedy was just getting started.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and congratulations to all of you. Judge Sykes, do you think America is mostly good or mostly bad?
Senator Kennedy, I think America is mostly good.
Thank you. How about you, Counselor Rochon?
I agree. I think it's mostly good.
Good. How about you, Judge?
Mostly good, Senator.
Okay, thank you. I'll start back here again.
Next, Kennedy asked Judge Sykes to explain the Daubert standard, a cornerstone in evaluating expert testimony in federal court. Judge Sykes replied, in my 8 years on the bench, I've never had to apply that, but I'd research it if needed. You heard that right, she couldn't answer it on the spot. Imagine being nominated to federal court and not knowing the basics of evidentiary standards. If you're following along and shaking your head, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We break down complex hearings like this all the time, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.
Judge Sykes, tell me about, tell me what the Daubert, some say Daubert, some say Daubert. I'm from Louisiana, so sometimes we say Daubert. Tell me what the Daubert or Daubert standard is.
Senator Kennedy, in my 8 years of practice as a Superior Court judge and presiding in the state of California, I have not had occasion to hear that the Daubert. So I can assure you, though, that I have had occasion where in a civil matter, I may not have known something, and I do the research necessary to discover and to research whatever it is that I need to do to make myself familiar with that. So I can assure you that in this case, I would do the same.
So you'll look it up?
Yes, Senator, I would do whatever it takes to make myself familiar with that and be prepared to go forward.
Then Kennedy turned up the heat. He asked Judge Sykes again, give me an example of when you'd apply federal procedural law and state substantive law. Her answer? I can't think of an instance off the top of my head, but I know the Erie Doctrine applies. The Erie Doctrine is basic law school stuff. This wasn't some abstract constitutional theory. This is the type of question that any seasoned legal mind should be able to answer in their sleep. Counselor Rochon was next. Kennedy asked, what's a putative class action? Rochon couldn't give a straight answer at first. She fumbled, talked about case law and circuits, finally managing to distinguish it from a certified class action only after some help from Kennedy. This is a fundamental concept in civil litigation. Again, how are nominees this unprepared?
All right, can you tell me, as a federal judge, give me an instance where you will apply federal procedural law but state substantive law.
Thank you, Senator, for that question. In regards to an instance, I cannot think of an instance off the top of my head, but I am familiar with the Erie Doctrine, which guides that process. And the Erie Doctrine does require that.
What's it say? Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. The Erie Doctrine does require that I would follow federal procedural law and state substantive law.
Okay. You're nominated for Judge Southern District of New York?
No, Senator.
sorry.
I'm nominated for the Central District of California.
Oh, okay, I apologize. Let me ask Counselor Rochon. Tell me what a putative class action is.
Thank you, Senator. In my 25 years of experience, I have been fortunate enough to work on some class action cases, including one regarding commodities manipulation. And in that case, I don't believe there was a putative class action.
Yeah, but just tell me what is one? What's a putative class action?
I would have to research it a little bit more, but I think it would, I would look at the case law regarding putative class actions, which I believe may differ by circuit, so I would look to the Second Circuit for exactly how they would interpret a putative class action.
Okay. Well, do you know the difference between a putative class action and a certified class action?
Thank you, Senator. A certified class action is where the court has certified that the elements of a class have been established. So numerosity and other elements have been established, and the court has certified that class action. You're reminding me that a putative class action is prior to that certification process.
It's a proposed class action.
Precisely. Thank you, Senator.
Okay. Is it Judge Kato or Kato?
Judge Kato.
Kato.
Thank you.
Judge. You're going to be on Southern District in New York, if confirmed. Is that right?
Central District of California.
Central District. I thought there were two of you that were going to be on the Southern District in New York. No? Okay. All right.
Finally, Judge Kato was grilled on Fourth Amendment protections, search and seizure, and the exceptions to the warrant requirement. Kennedy asked, "Can California just ignore the Supreme Court and demand warrants in all cases?" Kato dodged the question, tried invoking judicial ethics and the Pullman abstention doctrine. Kennedy wasn't having it. "Come on, Judge, this is basic constitutional law. Who wins that case?" The answer should have been clear. Federal constitutional law is supreme, but she danced around it until her time ran out.
Can you tell me what the Fourth Amendment is and the rule of search and seizure and what the exceptions are?
Thank you for that question, Senator. The Fourth Amendment prohibits search or seizure without a warrant.
And the exceptions to it?
The exceptions are quite numerous, so I certainly wouldn't be able
Give me
to
a
give
couple.
border search, exigent circumstances. Off the top of my head, I can't give you the full list, but there are quite a few.
Okay. Suppose California said, look, we appreciate the guidance of the U.S. Supreme Court on the warrant requirement and the exceptions, but we're not going to follow the exceptions here in California. If you want to arrest somebody, you better have a warrant. Can California do that?
Senator, it would be contrary to the Code of Canon, specifically Code of Conduct, specifically Canon 3, for me to give an opinion on a hypothetical like that.
Come on, Judge. Don't dodge my question. This is really basic constitutional law. Can California decide it's not going to follow the exceptions to the warrant requirement?
Certainly, Senator, if California decided to do that, I would imagine it would be an issue that would be litigated.
I would imagine too, but who's going to win if they litigate it?
Well, Senator, the first issue would be that pursuant to the Pullman abstention doctrine, that would be the type of issue that a federal court would defer to the state to allow the state to decide in the first instance whether or not it could perhaps be resolved.
Suppose the state did it. This is what I'm getting to. Suppose that California said, we appreciated the Supreme Court. I'm way over. I'm sorry. You need to look that up. Okay, it's pretty basic.
Look, these are lifetime appointments, and if nominees can't answer the basics under pressure, it raises real concerns. What did you think of their answers? Should nominees be better prepared for these hearings? Or is Kennedy just being too tough? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy content that breaks down politics, law, and the raw truth behind government proceedings, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what happens next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.